Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Folks, I want to discuss this article we had. I already covered it in the Patreon with our YouTube members, so they're kind of pretty clear on my direction and how I kind of view something like this. But here's the theme, right? This is from Anam over at Phone Arena. Covers a lot of things, carrier, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, stuff like that. So his title, Verizon is finally a worthy 5G competitor to T-Mobile. All right, so first of all, I want to open this up to you all. Drop me your comments down in the comment section and let me know your thoughts and opinions on that statement. I want to kind of present this in a way that looks at this from a literal standpoint. Now, from a literal standpoint, T-Mobile is the 5G carrier. They were the first company to launch 5G standalone most recently. They're the largest scaled 5G standalone network. They have several 5G bands that have been on air for several years, and they've been actively moving the most spectrum to the 5G NR side. So I don't really see anything wrong with the statement as it pertains to T-Mobile setting the trend in the direction of 5G, right? Because they have scaled it the largest, it's been the most available, it's been the most ubiquitous across the country for the longest duration of time. But to imply that Verizon was never a worthy 5G competitor, I don't know about that, right? The choice of words. But I think it does make sense from a scale standpoint. I think that's an accurate statement that T-Mobile's been the leader. So I think in and of itself that it might be the position that Anam was looking for, right? Or setting up with his story. So I still think AT&T's 5G network is going to be really, really good once these Ericsson conversions are done. I mean, it's already really good where you get those upgrades, and it only stands to get better with now more additional bandwidth going to 5G NR, and with the additional spectrum from Dish and EchoStar. Verizon continues to scale N77 at a really fast pace. They've been done for multiple years in the metro city areas. Now they've moved in suburbia, and most of that is done. They're moving into rural. Now they're doing that. It's really all about monetization. Remember, you can sell 5G home internet with these upgrades because of the large amount of bandwidth that goes on there. It creates a lot of capacity, and you could sell it. So it justifies the upgrades. So it's not that like they're not motivated to do this. They most definitely are. And obviously Verizon, a very arrogant company in the past, have been put in a precarious situation that they've never been in which they haven't been viewed as the leader in something. They were always the voice call leader. They were always the network leader in terms of coverage and availability. And then AT&T changed that with FirstNet in a way. And then, T-Mobile with the 5G availability really changed the narrative as well. But I mean, I do think part of this story that's written here, I think part of it is true. Is Verizon a worthy competitor now? I mean, they've always been. In as it pertains to 5G, I mean, yeah, once you've launched 5G standalone and more of these tower sites have been upgraded, everything gets much more serious, right? So maybe there is some truth to this. What do you guys think? Let me know. What do you think that Anam was kind of meaning by his title and kind of how he phrased it? What's your perception on these networks and leadership? Do you think it matters more to be the 5G leader, or do you think it matters more to be just overall network availability? Because I still think that there's a reason why T-Mobile needed space coverage, why they needed satellite coverage, because I do think their network still does lag enough to where they kind of do need that as a crutch. Because whether it's 5G or 4G or whatever, no network is no network. It doesn't matter what type of G's you got. All right, and that's some real G shit right there. Hope you guys like that little pun. Anyways, let me know. Drop me your comments. Questions, concerns are welcome as well. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.